on the point of testing, we did have one person question, is it necessary to do tests like hair tests, blood, saliva, pH, before we start longevity or on our progress to health?
It's not necessary to do that. But when people have emotional problems and they've got, PTSD and they've got depression and they have those sorts of things, ADD, ADHD, autism, Asperger's disease, I like to do a hair analysis to show them that they're missing these particular nutrients, which are causing the behavioral problems. Also, when you have gluten intolerance, all of the minerals will be below the bottom line on the graph because of malabsorption. So that's a quick way to show them, oh, look, you definitely got a gluten problem here because all your minerals are below the line, because they should be all different levels when it comes to amounts of each of the 25 to 30, depending on what test used, minerals in the hair analysis. But if they're all below the bottom line on the graph, that means you really have a serious gluten problem and your absorption is extremely low. And so that's useful information. And so you don't have to do that. Of course, I ask enough questions, and if you listen to the CDs and the DVDs and read the books and everything, you know what questions asked. Like before we began talking here, I did put on a meeting in a little suburb of LA, had a couple hundred people. And I knew that the person had a gluten problem because they had like 8 different nutritional deficiency diseases. And so they didn't have asthma when they were a kid. But I said, did you have brothers and sisters? Yeah. Any of them have asthma? Well, yeah. Well, one of my brothers had asthma. What about bowel problems? Yeah. Well, one of them had his gallbladder taken out and had part of his colon removed. Well, there you go. Those are all signals that their whole family's got a gluten problem. So you need to get your whole family off of gluten. You'll add 50 years to their life and save them an enormous amount of unnecessary misery by getting them off of gluten, getting them on the 90. And I didn't need a test, because once you do this over and over and over and over, you know what questions to ask because you know what you're looking for.